Radio Rahim with Keith Thurman. It has been sometimes always a pleasure to see you, man, because you bring the energy. I don't care what the fight is, where I see you, you're always like at 12. And this fight needs no added energy, but it definitely needs your added commentary. So we just saw the weigh-in. You've been through these kind of events on numerous occasions. What did you see today, and what are we going to see tomorrow?
You know, I saw good sportsmanlike conduct there. You know what I'm saying? Them boys were talking to each other. They were shaking hands with one another. They were flexing in front of one another. You know, they gave each other the little stare down. You know, Spence turned away first. Does it really mean anything? No. You know, at the end of the day, man, it's not, you don't fight today. You fight tomorrow, you know, and the hands will fly. You know, everything is being laid out on the line. Everybody's excited, the anticipation. They semi-talked about this fight for over a year now, but this isn't no Floyd Pacquiao. You know, it's not taking 5 years to manifest. They're making it happen right here, right now, pay-per-view. And it's just amazing, man. We got the undisputed king of the welterweight division will be crowned tomorrow night. This is an accomplishment Floyd never did. This is an accomplishment Pacquiao never did at 147. Oscar never did at 147. I can go down the list of many great champions, Hall of Famers that have never made this happen in the welterweight division. This really is history in the making.
Tomorrow night, when we're looking at the fight, give me one deciding factor. One thing we should be watching for to let us know if the fight is going Spence's way or Crawford's way.
I mean, you know, it's boxing. You know, sometimes we've seen Spence be a slow starter. We've seen Crawford be a slow starter. You know, but Crawford, he has some speed. He's a lightweight. On average, lightweights throw a few more punches on average, right? Pacquiao was notorious for his combinations, and people stood on the ropes. He'll get them with them 6-punch, 8-punch flurries. That's not an average welterweight flurry. Name a real welterweight that's thrown an 8-punch flurry. You know, that's one thing that we love when we see Benavidez. Benavidez a bigger guy, but he'll sit there, boom, 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 and he'll roll them off. That's very unique once you get out of the lightweight division, you know, and I don't believe that Crawford's going to be throwing 8-punch combinations tomorrow night, but he might come off just a little faster than Spence. We've seen Spence be very poised, you know, very poised, very calm, cool, and collective, and he's just looking for the openings, looking for the fighter to slow down, get worn down, break down, get him up against the ropes with that spear jab of his, walk him down, take those body shots, boom, 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 boom. So if there's something to look for, let's look for that. Let's look for the traditional Spence that we're used to seeing. Is he going to be able to just do what he's done before, copy and paste it, and put it and put Crawford through the test? Is it going to just be that simple? I done it to this guy. I done it to that guy. Now I'm going to do it to you. You know? Or is Crawford going to be a little bit more crafty and say, hey, man, you're going to need to pull a different kind of rabbit out of the hat if you want to get me tonight?
Now, you talk about this fight has been talked about for 1 year, maybe even 6 years. You know, we've been hoping to see it. And a guy that's been out of the ring for a year that we didn't know what was going to happen is Conor Ben, a fighter that has been discussed as a possible opponent for you in the last 24 hours, has seemingly been vindicated, able to fight in the UK now. He's been cleared. What's your thoughts on that?
1, barely know the dude. 2, I guess he's been eating a lot of eggs. That's all I heard. I heard the man's ate a lot of eggs. I heard Canelo ate some street pork and his neck got thick overnight. At the end of the day, man, this is the world of boxing. We welcome fighters from the UK, from Ukraine, from Russia, from Asia, from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, from Argentina. This is the world of boxing, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And you know it's Thurman versus everybody. This ain't nothing new. I'm the new can man. Everybody can get it, okay? But because this is boxing, that's the problem. You got Conor Ben, you got Boots Ennis, you got Ugases, you got Stanley Onuses, you got all these fighters, you got Virgil Ortiz, you got all these fighters. We can only do one fight at a time. I'm only gonna see one real contract. And whatever I gotta do to feed my family, to get back in action, to get this ball back rolling. I fought last year in February. How come Thurman didn't fight again last year? That was early, February. I could have fought before the end of the year, but they've been playing games, jerking my chain, because this has been a big thing on the table. And if it ever fell out again, Thurman is going to be right up in it, because I love making great fights happen. And there's nothing greater than Thurman versus Spence, Thurman versus Crawford. There's nothing greater than those fights. Obviously, that's not what's on the table. So now we have to redirect ourselves, look at the contract that gets presented to me very soon. The final paperwork is coming through. There's been a lot of rumors. I don't want to talk rumors, people, okay? I want to give you the real news when it's time to drop. It's coming soon. Just be patient. You've waited long enough. I've waited long enough. This is some rough stuff, but real boxing news will be coming soon for the fight fans to know what's going to happen next with Keith One-Time Thurman.
Do you regret not taking that Spence fight when it was on the table? When
it was never on the table. It just got on the table. This is the BS you guys don't understand, okay? You talk about, oh, he did this, he did that. He ain't do okay, back in the day. Just because he said my name on a microphone on TV did not make Al Heyman present Keith Thurman with a real contract. It never happened till earlier this year, and I already signed it. So you want the truth? The truth is Keith Thurman signed his contract. Errol Spence didn't sign his. And Keith Thurman never got a contract in the past. I've never ducked anybody, okay? But I've been ducked. And when you win, when you lose, but you need another pay-per-view, you better not duck me, son. I'm still here. I'm still valid. And I'm coming for everybody.
And last question, big news was just made the last hour. I don't know if you saw the Charlo and Caleb Plant dust up.
I didn't see. I heard it when I walked in the door. Somebody said, hey, did you know? I ain't know. Now I know.
Well, now you're about to see, because the world is abuzz with this one. Let me show you that again. One more time. Oh. Now, obviously, that's not where the dust up began. This is the punch that got caught on camera. What's your reaction to that?
I don't know what. So if that's what got caught on camera, I don't know what transpired before that, man. You know, we know what he's been doing. You know, with what he did with Canelo. You know, Caleb Plant is the new Bernard Hopkins, people. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Man, you know, if you don't know boxing, baby.
I know boxing, but we're talking thousands, not tens of thousands.
Bernard Hopkins was notorious for pre-fight shenanigans, okay? This is the same Caleb Plant that was in the ring having conversations with Canelo. I'm pretty good, right? I'm better than you thought, right? He still got stopped, you know what I mean? You disrespect his mama, and he punched you in the face, you know? He walked you down. You know, the fight that you just had against the monster, you know, I mean, I loved it. I wanted to reach out to Caleb Plant, and I still look forward to seeing him. You know, I believe that his last performance was textbook 100% amazing boxing IQ for 5 rounds. Okay, if he could have boxed like that for 10 to 12 rounds, would we have said that was Caleb Plant or Andre Ward? Do you remember how beautiful his boxing looked in the beginning of the fight?
Absolutely.
How that tough Mexican just looked like a bull and a matador who couldn't hit his mark, okay? But like Ben Getty always told me, if you're going to use your legs, you better do a lot of road work, because you're wasting energy, boy. You're wasting energy. And I was wondering, I was like, Caleb, just do more, just do more, just do more. A few more combos, just do more, just do more. A little bit more, not a lot more, a little bit more. And I was wondering why it wasn't coming. And in the later rounds, when I saw the fatigue really set in, I didn't really see it right away. As I saw it in the 7th round, as I saw it in the 8th round, it was clear that the fatigue was there and that his legs were no more. And that beautiful boxing that we saw in the first 5 rounds was never going to show itself again, and it didn't. And the fight got ugly, and it started looking like a Mexican brawl. It started looking like somebody was drinking tequila in Tijuana, okay? And he got stuck in the corner. He got trapped, but what he did is he survived. He didn't get stopped. He still was able to hold himself together and get through the fight. But if he can just have his conditioning a little bit more embedded, I mean, he is pretty sweet, man. Caleb Plant is pretty sweet. I love those boxing skills. As a boxer, as somebody who admires the ins and the outs and the IQ, he showed that he really has that. To be honest, that slap hook was pretty nice too.
You've got the IQ, you've got the acumen, the ability. We haven't seen you in the ring in much too long. I think I can speak for everybody here. We can't wait to see you in the ring again. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the bars. Yes, As always, Radio Rahim with Keith, one time Thurman.